Struggling to find a heater that actually warms the room without sounding like a hairdryer parked by your ear? Here's the short list of quiet winners with real-world pros, quirks, and where each one shines best. Okay, quick game plan. This countdown focuses on how quiet these heaters run, how evenly they push heat, and how easy they are to live with day to day. Timers, thermostats, safety, and those little details like oscillation and remote controls that, make winter less annoying. Stick around. 6. Pelonis 1500-watt electric space heater. If you want a budget tower that doesn't drone, this Pelonis hits the basics. Fast ceramic heat, wide oscillation, a digital thermostat, and safety protections baked in. The claimed noise floor can dip as low as the low 30s decibels on some product pages, which is whisper level in a bedroom or home office. And the 75-degree sweep helps avoid hot spots in small to mid-size rooms. In use, it feels simple in the best way. Set a temp, tap oscillation, and let it cruise. Here's what matters if quiet is your thing. The airflow path is tuned so the fan tone sits lower and stays less whooshy than cheap desk heaters. That keeps it easy to ignore while you're on calls or trying to sleep, especially with the long sleep timer doing the babysitting. The digital readout and remote are straightforward, so you're not guessing at what the thermostat is doing. Now, the part nobody says out loud. While the marketing claims very low dB, noise depends a lot on placement and surface resonance, and this unit can pick up a faint hum on a hollow desk or lightweight side table. Put it on solid flooring or a dense mat, and it behaves better. Also, at 1500 watts high and around 1300 watts secondary, you don't get ultra-fine power steps, so temperature swings can feel a bit on-off compared to premium DC motor designs. Safety is solid for the price. ETL listing, tip over and overheat shutoff, and flame retardant materials, which is table stakes, but still worth calling out. 5. Dreo Space Heater, model family with 70-degree oscillation, digital thermostat. Dreo's mid-range ceramic heaters have built a bit of a reputation for running quiet while still blasting heat. And this one follows that playbook. Multiple heat modes, eco temperature control, 70-degree oscillation, and a compact footprint. The fan design targets mid-30s decibels, which is quieter than a typical box fan, and the airflow feels smoother than older AC motor towers. In everyday use, Eco Mode is the hero feature. Set a target temperature and let it modulate power to hold the room without blasting and coasting. That set it and forget it vibe is why these do so well in bedrooms and home offices. Controls are intuitive, the screen readout is legible, and the timer lets you stop babysitting the thing during longer evenings. Now for a few you-should-know details. First, while it's marketed as whisper quiet, the fan can sound slightly louder than expected on high mode in very still rooms. Nothing obnoxious, but not invisible either. Second, the oscillation doesn't always auto-center after stopping, which will mildly annoy the symmetry lovers in the room. Third, some models only allow hourly timer increments instead of 30 minutes, which feels clunky if you're trying to drift off without overshooting. Safety and convenience boxes are checked. Tip over and overheat protection, cool touch housing, and generally stable footing. With the oscillation on, heat distribution is even across a small living room or larger bedroom, and the perceived noise stays lower because you can run a reduced fan speed and let the sweep do the distribution. 4. Lasko Tower Heater 751320. This is the classic tower heater that's still around because it's simple, steady, and yes, pretty quiet for what it is. You get 2 heat settings, an adjustable thermostat, widespread oscillation, a 7-hour auto-off timer, and a remote. No fluff, just a dependable ceramic tower that's easy to place and live with.
Noise-wise, independent demos have shown conversationally quiet operation, mid-50s decibels in practical testing, so it's easy to talk over and run by your desk without distraction. That matters when you need warmth without the background whoosh creeping into calls or recording. The air coming out gets legitimately hot on high, and with oscillation, it warms a small to mid-room evenly. Safety is strong where it counts: cool touch housing, overheat protection, and a self-regulating ceramic element. The 6-foot cord and carry handle make it easy to reposition, and the remote storage on the back is one of those small but nice touches. It's the definition of a set-it-and-forget-it tower, especially for family spaces. Let me explain the trade. This is not a smart thermostat unit with fine gradations or whisper low DC motor noise. It's a proven design that emphasizes consistency and comfort over bells and whistles. If you're already happy with the Lasko airflow profile, this model hits that familiar, quiet enough lane. For many homes, this is the steady Eddie. Quiet, warm, predictable, and backed by lots of user history and mainstream availability. It's easy to recommend if you want minimal fuss.
3. Kismile Small Electric Space Heater. The Kismile is the compact workhorse you slide under a desk or park on a nightstand, with fast ceramic heat and simple controls that just work. It's built for close-range comfort more than whole-room dominance, and in that role it excels, with quick warm air and low perceived noise when placed correctly. The adjustable thermostat and built-in safety features make it a friendly personal heater for long sessions. Used as a personal zone heater, it's surprisingly effective. You can run lower fan speed, let the proximity do the work, and keep the room's overall noise floor calm. Because you're not pushing air across a big space, the tone is less noticeable and the warmth feels immediate. For small apartments or shared spaces where you can't crank a larger tower, it's a quiet helper. The value play is strong here. You don't get app controls or elaborate modes, but the simplicity means fewer taps to reach comfort. If you frequently switch spots, desk to sofa, the compact size and lightweight make it painless to move around without playing cable Tetris. Safety matters just as much on small units. Tip-over shutoff and overheat protection are standard, and the ceramic element's stable response keeps temperatures in check. On a solid surface, vibration is minimal, so you don't get that annoying buzz you might find with cheaper cubes. 2. Dreo Quiet Space Heater, newer Quiet series. This is where Dreo's newer airflow work shows. The fan blade design and brushless DC motor aim for whisper-low operation, down to the high 20s or low 30s decibels in some configurations, so you get real warmth without the sonic footprint. Translation: bedrooms, nurseries, recording spaces, or any place where noise sensitivity is a deal breaker. The feature stack is mature, precise digital thermostat with tight hold, eco mode that actually feels smart, 70-degree oscillation for even coverage, a multi-hour timer, and safety layers like tip-over and overheat protection, plus a cool touch outer shell. The airflow is smoother, so tonally, it reads as a hush rather than a hiss, which is easier on the ear over long stretches. In practice, this means you can run lower fan speeds while still spreading warmth across a medium room because the 3D airflow and oscillation do the distribution work. Temperature steps feel finer, so you don't get the hot-cold pendulum swing that cheaper thermostats sometimes cause. For energy savings, Eco modulates output instead of hard toggling, which also helps the sound profile stay calm. If you're sensitive to background noise for sleep or audio work, this is one of those heaters you notice less. The child lock and full safety stack make it bedroom friendly, and the interface is clean enough to operate in low light without fumbling. It's the kind of detail that makes winter feel less high maintenance. 1. GiveBest Portable Quiet Ceramic Space Heater. For sheer
Quiet per dollar, GiveBest is the sleeper hit. It's compact, heats fast, and runs with a low, unobtrusive fan signature that disappears under normal room noise. You get thermostat control, multiple heat settings, and the built-in tip over and overheat protections that make it safe to use under a desk or by the bed. It's not flashy, it's effective, and surprisingly pleasant to live with. The magic is how easily it fits into daily life. Slide it under a desk, and you can turn the room thermostat down a notch while your legs stay toasty. Place it by a sofa and, well, you forget it's there until you realize you're comfortable. The compact footprint means less airflow turbulence noise, and because it warms your immediate zone, you don't need to blast the fan. What makes it number one for quiet seekers is consistency. No high-pitched whine, no rattly grills, just smooth fan noise that blends into the background. It won't replace a big tower for open living spaces, but for bedrooms, home offices, and small dens, it punches above its size class and comfort. Safety and usability are dialed. Cool touch body, proper protections, and simple controls you can adjust half awake. It's also easy to move around, so if you're working from different spots during the day, the heater can follow without cable gymnastics. That mobility helps you run lower power more often, which keeps both the sound and your bill in check. Final thought. If you want a quiet tower for whole room comfort, lean Lasko 751320 for simplicity or the newer Dreo Quiet series for whisper level noise and tighter thermostat hold. For personal heat with minimal sound, the GiveBest takes the crown, with Kismile as a strong compact runner-up. And if you're budget hunting, Pelonis gives you most of the tower experience with a bit of setup care to keep it hush.